Greetings, everybody, and welcome to episode 93 of the Sitcast, aka the Siblings in Cardboard podcast. I'm your host, Noah, joined by my buddies slash ghosts, Thomas and Justin. Donnie is out there rocking. Don't worry, I promise he is coming back. We love you, Donnie. Whether you're a veteran card gamer or a first timer just testing the waters, we're all siblings in cardboard. Guys, how have things been? Has anybody played any Fab since we last talked? And what about those new Guardian cards you guys are going to tell me about that I haven't even seen, but I'm going to, allude to the fact that I actually know what they do.
So
we'll get your live reaction on them.
So,
yeah.
Agroblaze 96 or Zach, his local store had the equivalent of like a 1K this weekend, Classic Constructed. 30 people showed up. We rolled 4 deep in my Honda all the way to Tennessee. It was a long drive. And all 4 of us got top 8. Oh, 5.5 hours for me, 4.5 hours once I picked up the guys. But yeah, so it was me, Andrew Lorenz, Jeremy Chen, and Jose. Jose's last name?
Rodriguez.
That's a good question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go look.
So I was on Verdance, Jeremy was on Acilio, Lorenz was on Slippy, and Jose was on Syndra. And we all got top 8. Also notably, both Aaron Grace and Taylor Crawford got top 8 as well.
Okay.
So then who was the
cast?
It was Raymond. You've maybe played against him because he always plays Dorinthia, so he's very memorable. Except that one time he didn't. He went battle hard, and I sat down across from him, started siding board for Dory, and he ripped out New. And who was the last? And Zach himself. Zach was the last top 8 player.
Nice. That's a stacked top 8.
2 Slippies, Dory, Acilio, Verdance, Ira,
Victor,
Syndra, Victor.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fun top 8.
What kind of Dory? Traditional?
Yep, Dawnblade.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you got it for the gravies.
I'll do my story time. For round 1 with Syndra, I was playing against a very young person, a newer player. He played really well though, and he had me on the ropes. I'm playing Verdance, so it's traditionally not the best matchup, especially with that new dagger, giving them just a couple more points of value across the game. And I'm looking at my hand, and I have the I didn't have a chance to get Burn Bear in my arsenal, but I had Blue Emeritus, and I got him low enough that if he didn't have Spell Void 1 at any point during the turn, I could kill him with Emeritus Scolding into Waning Moon. So we go into the turn, he doesn't have his daggers. And he goes in to attack me. I'm like, okay, I let the first attack kind of go. He goes in with the second attack, and I go, okay, I'm going to crack boots and try to get him to do something. So I crack boots, and I throw the Emeritus. The nice thing about Emeritus is for 1 card, you can crack boots and throw it and kind of get an idea of what's going to happen for the rest of the turn. And then he pitches a blue to AB1 because he's running AB1, and then he goes to buy back his daggers, and then I respond and kill him with Waning Moon. And he didn't really contest it, but like as soon as he went to buy back the daggers and I respond back with Waning Moon, I was like, Waning Moon's going to resolve beforehand, and you took the damage from the other spell because you paid the AB and then went to do something else and we resolved it. So it almost felt like rule sharking, but we're already at a point like way later where I'm like, okay, we can't really go back because I've seen what you're going to do. You've seen what I'm going to do. And I've pitched into Waning Moon and everything. It was just a little weird, but it ended up, he didn't contest or anything. We just went on with the game. And yeah, he basically died to the things that all of us or newer players into Wizards die from. Not really understanding priority layers and stuff, right? But really good player.
Yeah.
Really impressed. So hopefully he keeps at it. Next round was into a KO, and this was my favorite round of the entire match. We're kind of like tempoing back and forth with each other, and he goes to play his second Blood Rush Bellow of the game, and he discards a Beast Within, and I hold priority on the Beast Within trigger and say, okay, I'm just going to zap you. I don't want you to get your cards. I'm going to go ahead and zap you now while you're basically sitting on 2 resources, because I don't want him to have information before he decides to AB, right? So he ends up A being down the 2, and okay, I'm on commit, and I'll go ahead and Waning Moon. And when I'm Waning Moon him, that drops him down to 2. And we let Beast Within resolve, and he flips his 3rd Blood Rush Bellow as his first card and immediately dies. 1 in 35
I
chance.
love that card.
Dude.
I love Beast Within. That's so good.
He had 35 cards in his deck
happy.
and hit his 3rd Beast Within. So then I played against Aaron Grace on Ira, and he just ground me down. He's on Kodachi Ira, and it was rough. I got
rough.
so I tried to potion him because he did turn on. He was on
okay.
AV2, and I was very close to getting there. He just disrupted me on exactly the right turns. Like he just always kept me off, and I didn't see a decomposed card other than a turn 0 Carapace. I didn't see a decomposed card until about 25 to 30 cards into the deck. They were just all stacked in the bottom. And I even said to Aaron, like, I'm just ready for this 3 Cadaverous Tilling hand. And I didn't draw all 3 of them in one turn, but I drew my 4th card was a Cadaverous Tilling, and then in my next hand I had 2 more Cadaverous Tillings. And yeah, just deck variance killed me there. I don't think that's unfavored. I think I could even maybe still won with better play. And I don't think the potion strat's necessarily bad.
I was gonna say I've never really done the potion strat into Ira just because I felt like Kodachi's and they have enough go again in the deck to like grind you down if they want.
So the thing I'm worried about is with Fiddler's Green and Sirens at Safe Harbor, I'm worried like they can actually just kind of chip you down enough that you're like giving up cards, but keep their life total high enough that you never like get there with your Arcane. But if they run AB2, and he did run AB2.
Maybe. I don't know.
Dash.io was next. That was just a very classic like aggro game. They opened up very early with 2 Cerebellum processors out of hand. And so I immediately just went full fatigue. As soon as I saw them play 2 Cerebellum processors. Yeah. And then he BIOS updates a Tecmo Pounder and it starts getting super sketchy. Takes another turn, a few turns later, to put out another Tecmo Pounder. So for like 3 turns, he's got 2 Tecmo Pounders up. It's really rough. And it gets down to the end. And he pours his whole hand into me and drops me to, I think either 1 or 2. Because my hand is Scar for Scar, Scar for Scar, Plow Under. And I'm like, I'm either going to take his entire hand from him, or he's going to drop so low that all I have to do is draw literally an Arcane Twinning and it'll kill him. And so I was like, okay, I've got 1 Arcane Twinning left in the deck. I know I've got 1 Burn Bear on the bottom because I E-striked 1. I haven't seen a Burn Bear. And I know I've got 1 Emeritus Scolding. And I know I've got like a couple other cards that are technically wizard spells, just a Waning Moon. So I go Scar for Scar, Scar for Scar, 6. And he just takes it all and leans in to kill me. And I just Burn Bear, a Boots Burn Bear and kill him. So it was interesting because it started out, I was going to just fully fatigue. And then the hand kind of popped up because he kept, pumping the brakes and letting me swing into him. Finally, the hand popped up where like I'm a 4/4/6, which is 4 card 14. Fine. When we're at the end of the game, he has no armor and like his deck is actually pretty thin. I think if he blocks, he might have just fatigued. Then finally, I faced against Raymond on Dorinthia, and I love playing against Dorinthia. I played against this matchup so much learning into Noah, and I've like my favorite thing to do with Raymond because he's very good. And I do this against Josh, and I did this against Noah. Is sometimes you just block like an idiot, and get a D react in your arsenal, and don't let the Dorinthia know that it's a defense react. And so they'll get complacent, and eventually they'll throw out some turn that just gets completely blown out by a defense reaction from arsenal, and it works. And it's worked pretty consistently every time I've done it. Sometimes I'll just like take a chip that, you normally might cover with a block that might stop a Dawnblade counter. But I found with Verdance and with a lot of decks, you do not care about the first Dawnblade counter on Dorinthia at all. It means 0, nothing. It's not enough value that they ever beat you. You just completely trounce them with only 1 Dawnblade counter. It's the second one that you're worried about. And so I won that one like 19 health left. It wasn't even close. Ring of Roses is insane.
It's a tough matchup for Dory. It's probably one of her worst right now.
Prevention
Ring Roses? Too. What turn did you find Ring?
It wasn't even early. It was the game went really long, so I would say it was probably turn 7 that I got my Ring of Roses out.
That's a fine ring.
Yep, I think it got me like 12 points across the game because the matchup
right.
went really long. Then my first round of top 8 was against Jeremy, my teammate and carmate, and he was on a Cilio, and the coolest thing happened there. We're just beating the heck out of each other. I get lucky, and he doesn't see Gone in the Flash in the top 20 cards or so of his deck, and so he struggles to have his really big turn, but we're still both really low. And I'm looking at my hand. I can kill him with Burn Bear, Waning Moon, but only if I could get rid of his Arcane Shelter Sigil. I've got Xaxes lethal with Metacarpus nodes, but only if the Arcane Shelter goes away. And so he plays Blast to Oblivion. I'm like, okay, cool. All right, this is the setup. He plays an Aura. He bounces the Arcane Shelter. And I'm like, okay, we're there. We only need one more step. I just got to hope Jeremy tries to play the Arcane Shelter at any point. And he goes to play, I'm not sure exactly what order it was, but he goes to play the Arcane Shelter to trigger something else. And I break Boots, respawn, and kill him with exact lethal using Burn Bear plus Waning Moon plus nodes before the Arcane Shelter can
Did he
resolve.
get Bindings value that game? This is personal, interesting question. Did he get Bindings value?
I think he was on... That might have been the turn he was on Bindings, or it was the previous turn. He did use Bindings. He didn't get Boots value, but I think it's hard to get Boots value against Verdance. You gotta know you're gonna win the game to break Boots against her, right?
Fuck it, we ball.
Yeah, yes.
If it's like a 26-point turn, you take the 26-point turn.
He didn't see Gone in the Flash.
Yeah, that
So,
hurts.
yes. Next round was against Victor, Zach on Victor, and I played terrible. It was such an embarrassing game. I don't even really want to talk about it, but Zach's just a great dude, so it was fine. This was round 7 after getting up at 4 in the morning and driving all the way to Tennessee, so I was just kind of fried. And then, so I don't think Verdance can lose that one. I think, like, Zach even literally drew, like, all of his Go Again in the top of his deck. Like, first cycle, just was slamming me with Go Again cards. And he got me kind of low, but never, like, I might die low. And then I just gained all the life back up. And then final round was going to be against Andrew Lorenz, but since we were in the same car, we're all really ready to go get food at Cracker Barrel. We split and go home. We drive 50 miles to a Cracker Barrel.
That was Jeremy's first time, right?
Yeah, it was really funny.
But 50 miles towards home,
yes,
right?
Yes, 50 miles towards home.
Okay.
And then we go get Cracker Barrel.
That makes sense.
Gonna have a pretty
Not
pleasant
Buc-ee's?
drive back home.
What?
There's no Buc-ee's on the way. I think there's gonna be one in like a year or something, but yeah, no Buc-ee's on the way.
When I went to Tennessee, I don't remember which part I went to. Now I'm trying to think about it. It was like kind of southern, like
There's
up and then over. There's one on the way
north of Atlanta, but that's it.
Yeah,
it's like once you actually like get out there, there's not a lot coming back.
I'm gonna spread my hands and they're gonna go out of frame. That's how wide Tennessee is. Like,
yeah, no, I know, I know. I can't remember the place. But...
So
yeah, that's all good.
Prize payout was for if we combined first and second place since we split. Prize payout was a gold foil from the previous ProQuest season, a
cool.
full art Call to the Grave, and a box of High Seas.
Wow!
And our gold foil was Goliath
bad.
Gauntlets. So we got a good hit.
And a good one. I mean, it's a usable, very usable.
So we got our money back. It was a $50 entry, so entry was decent. Plus, a little bit for the drive. But yeah, go team! 4 out of 4, top 8.
I love it when that happens.
Did you 3-0 your armory again, Justin?
I didn't. No. I 3-1 because Andrew and I played a rematch game, and I'm counting it.
Okay.
So, it was a weird Slippy Acilio game that I lost. He fatigued me. I had no cards in deck.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, like we tried to like play it back and figure out what went wrong and how. and I think we landed on a turn. I had a turn where I could have used my bindings for 3, but it was like unknown because like it involved me like drawing cards off the top. That was like the turn that I was supposed to break bindings because he lived at 1. So it's like we were like trying to hunt down the 1 point of value. And then we played a rematch and I just blew his socks off because he went for a bronze line. And I had snag on with like block boots snag and just killed him.
Let's see if we can recreate this. And that's what I was expecting to happen in the rematch. It's like wait a minute, this is just
no. There were so many decisions that were made in that game. Like Slippy Acilio is like on both sides of the table. Actually, it's kind of interesting because of double trouble, they can like actually end up in this fatigue angle. Kind of, it's really interesting. So there's a lot of decisions made on both sides, but I did lose that game, and I was sad.
I think that's like why he's so good. New is better at the strategy than Slippy is, which is why you see so many Slippies now. People aren't playing New, but the fact that he can both aggro you or fatigue you like very easily because of the way his card pool works. Like Double Trouble's just such a house, and Bonds is just such a house.
And Double Trouble's a 1-card 5 for doing what your deck wants to do anyways.
1-card 5 mill cards off the top of your deck. Yes.
Yeah.
Same.
It's good in both directions. And the blue one with Nick is just egregious. So that's it. I didn't get to play on Tuesday night because life happened.
Things happen. I worked overtime, so I didn't do a whole lot of playing either. But I did play some Teleshar.
Let's go.
We're playing a lot more Teleshar, actually. I need to rebuild Dorinthia because that's probably where we're going to play, because why not? And Ira Kodachi is really unfun. I definitely don't like it. But I had some really fun times against Gravy. The Dory Gravy matchup is really fun.
You don't like Kodachis? Why not? Is it just not interesting to you, or is it?
No, I don't want to play against him as Dory. Like, I can't block it. I can't block the Kodachis. Like, after a while, that one is just coming through. Like, there's not a whole lot I can do. If I keep blocking it, I'm losing too much cards and too much tempo. Like, you have to let the one hit, and every once in a while, like the two, if I have to take it on chin. But
you can give the boots.
Then I can give the boots all over again.
I want to have fun. I don't want to
right.
Go axe into go again, react into axe. But I'm good.
I played quite a few games. I disrespected a Vincent, and I figured out what you could do, and you could play 3 cards in one turn, 3 attacks. That was really unfortunate. I didn't see that he activated Creepers on Besiege to Demigorn. Yeah.
You're not supposed to lose to that matchup as Story.
He dealt 29 in one turn, and I just didn't even think he could do it. So when he did Beseech into the red one, I was like, okay, that's it. And then he was like, no. I Creepers. I have the action point. And I was just like, oh, no.
Oh.
And he was going to kill me, so I had to give it to him. So it was an awkward game. I just did not see that coming. And then I manhandled the Gravy, and he said that there was a bug at the end of the game. There was no bug. He was just upset that I went over his turn.
Did he message you there was a bug, or just put there's a bug?
He put the chat
the bug request?
Yeah, and then he quit.
Yeah, that's just the PM. That's awesome.
Yeah, but I swung with 3 counters. It was 6 base. He blocked 2 cards, and I went Glint, Blade Flurry, drew Singing, and played Singing, grabbed Blade Fury, and then overpowered to 16, and he went for the Blood in the Water D-React up to, 14, and then Anka'd, but it was 15 on 16, and so I came over by 1, he had no cards in hand, and the next swing was for 10. And I just blew him out. Just completely blew him out.
Dory presents 6 at you, like, that's base. The front pump or with counters, just 6 right off the bat, and you only blocked 6. You're literally just praying, just please. Well,
he eventually threw the whole hand, but even with the whole hand and everything, it was only 15. That's all he had. I mean, his whole hand ended up on the table.
Block 12 and pray.
Because he had the blood in the water. And
yeah, it was blood in the waters.
Oh.
He ended up with his whole hand on there, but he still couldn't do it. We were over by 1. It was because of Blue Overpower. Blue Overpower is crazy. Blue Overpower is a wild.
In the year of our Lord James White, 2025 blue overpower is
Dude,
crazy.
Raymond played a
blue
yellow
overpower's
overpower
wild.
against me, and it had me spooked.
We all love, so a lot of the Dories, we all love one yellow overpower. It's the whole Josh thing. Ooh, how many do we have? You know, the deck I runs one blue overpower and one yellow overpower. Crazy
Dude, he's
enough.
singing for a
Just one red,
yellow
one
overpower,
yellow
and
blue.
I just did not calculate that in my math at all. Like,
that's the Dory effect, baby. There's
what is it? Is it
always
5? Is it plus
out.
2 and plus 3?
It's 5.
Dude,
Blue's 4, that's 5. Yeah.
him going up over by 6 on Reprise, like just out of nowhere. Yeah, that was not planned.
Nice.
It's funny. It's funny stuff. And we'll let's see if anything else is up in today's world. But before we do that, we're going to talk about these affiliate links. That's right. Because if you see some of these really neat cards that you may want to buy off a TCG player for your Guardian deck, for your Brute deck, for your Guardian deck, or for your Brute deck, right? Because like that's what's coming out. Or you want to buy Pain in the Backside, because we'll talk about that. You could use our affiliate links. They will be in the description below, as well as I've been putting them on the Pack Crack videos. Real simple. You just use the link, and then you use TCG Player like you normally would. It doesn't do anything else except it gives a kickback to the pod when you check out. That's it. There's no money involved. Well, there is for buying the cards, but like nothing extra. You just use the link. And thank you if you choose to do it. We really appreciate it. As well as you can check the other affiliate links. There's sleeves, binders, streamer dice, all sorts of things. But Guardian cards, right? Are they up? Are they down? Does anybody actually care? Let's get some just basic things out of the way. Armory Deck KO has some cards in it that you may want. Okay, Savage Sash being one of them. One of them we're going to talk about, which is Roden Rothschild, which continues to go up. It's a $20 card right now. I think if you put $20 for that and $45 for the Savage Sash, you're already looking at about $65 right there if you bought those two separately from the KO Armory deck. The problem is, and Run Rothschild is a blue that costs 1 and blocks for 3, which is already amazing, and attacks for 5. It says play this only if you discarded a card with 6 or more this turn. But in like KO, it's a 6, so it's a blue box.
Right.
It's a blue block 3 that's a 6.
I don't think the other brutes coming out are putting pressure on this card upward. It has to be people hoping that KO gets a card or two. Because KO is like always almost good, right?
Right. We've talked about this about a million times. Like KO is like always has to be about middle field because the ceiling is so crazy.
Well, no, his
and
equipment
the deck itself
is
just
insane.
He's like,
yeah, I was gonna say the deck itself with the equipment. Yeah.
if Ira's like generic ninja, KO is like what I think of like generic brute, where like any brute card that gets printed has to go through the KO filter
Yeah.
of like, does this make KO too good?
I mean, we already gave him sea legs. Dude, if whenever KO discards sea legs randomly, like that's when you get scared. Like it's so spooky to see him get rum.
Mm-hmm.
So Run Rothschild being $20, and that the Armory deck though isn't something that's readily available, and it's $100. So the problem is that if you really wanted to buy the KO Armory deck, that is not exactly the cheapest thing in the world. I may have a solution for that. I don't know. I can only solve one person's problem though, because I think I have an Armory deck, and I don't ever plan on playing KO. So if that's the case, you guys have a giveaway in the future coming. Loot the Hold, kind of in the same position. There's literally 3 of them, or I guess 4 of them for like $8 to $10. And then like there's just jokesters trying to sell them for $500. So for some reason, if Gravy Armory deck probably still is out there, but I just wanted to allude to that because I've never seen this card, and the fact that there's only like 4 listings is kind of scary. And then moving into things that actually may or may not, be meta relevant, right? Quick Dodge Flexors continue to kind of sit around the same price, but also trend upward, 34% in the last month. They're $160 for the rainbow foils. These probably are one of the most expensive boots currently in the game. Probably one of the most expensive rainbow foil pieces of equipment. They're generic, so They work in every deck. The cold foils are 218, which is quite high considering for a while they were below 200. And they're selling. So I mean, this card continues to trend up.
Remember when we complained?
And
remember when we complained when this card was like $90 to $120 on pre-release release weekend?
Yep.
Okay, never mind. Whatever. No complaints. I remember opening mine and it was like $70.
I want to say I picked up my cold foil pair at like 150, 160. And yeah, that was a good decision.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm going back in time. Like, you can do like the little dips and trends. And I mean, they were selling rainbow foils as low as $70. And look where we are now. Look where we are now. It's crazy. In terms of Guardian related cards, I guess we can jump into that. This card's really weird because it has the price tag is at $1.75 when you look on TCG Player. So for a while, I was like, nobody's ever buying this card. Let's visit the Goldmane Estate, but it's bugged. That is not a real listing at $1.75. Kind of like that Crown of Dominion probably everybody saw. That was really, really cheap. That was bugged and nobody could buy it. So Goldmane Estate's actually $8 to $10 and climbing. Looks like people are actually taking a look at it. Probably has an effect to do with the Guardian cards. Victor definitely gets some stonks, I think, with this Guardian set in one way or another. And you guys will probably have some more ideas to maybe why that's happening. Maybe it was a recent card that came out. No,
he's just got some perfect packs, so it's fine. We all like perfect packs.
There's also some really, really funny interactions with Daily Grind. Like, really funny. I'll explain it later when we're talking about these new cards.
Okay. All right. See, is there anything else? Another Guardian card that actually started taking off a little bit. And I know we talked about this last week just in passing because I said it didn't go up, but it has. Now, it actually has started to trend quite a bit. Almost doubled in price. And that's Surface Shaking.
Did it go from like $2 to $4?
No, it went from about $4.50 to selling. 3 sold for $15, and most of them are sitting at 12 plus. So it's a respectable Majestic price. But you don't seem to think that it's worth that price tag.
No, but
okay,
you can try it out. You can try it's a fine card. I don't like if you look at it and you say that card is too expensive, there are budget alternatives that are 95% of the same card.
I would like a one of so that you could like high roll turn 0 with opposing visage is kind of cool, right? It's an aura. Yeah.
The issue is if you're high rolling it turn 0 with visage, why are you not getting Leyline?
Leyline for longer games, this for shorter games. Like if you think it's like only going to go 3 or 4 turns, isn't this better?
No.
Okay. Well then I don't know.
Leyline's dumb.
Okay. No, I know what this card is.
Leyline.
It's got so much text on it. You could just tell your opponent it does whatever you want and
right.
Yeah.
It's the Yu-Gi-Oh phenomenon. That's right.
Man, I felt so bad at the Armory on Thursday. There's a person who has not read Wizard cards before or has like seen how like layers work.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had like a Blast to Oblivion bounce Sigil of Brilliance play. And I was like, this is going to bounce back to my hand. It's going to trigger Aether Bindings and all this. He's like, okay. And then I had to do it again later with Sigil of Aether. And his mind just imploded. He's like, well, you get to pick the order of the amp and you get to pick the order of this and the order of that.
Yes.
Trust me.
Yeah.
I'm going to explain all of this. Here's how this works. And he just gave me the blankest look. I was like, no, I promise. Anyways. But yeah. Surface Shaking has a lot of text on it to say, put your hand on the bottom of your deck, draw that many cards.
It's funny that you mentioned Imposing Visage because that's also slightly trending up. We've always kind of kept an eye on this card around the $10, $12 range. It still kind of is, just seems to be bumping up a little bit more. Take some actual sales, quite a few, bringing it up closer to a static 15 plus. So always just want to keep everybody aware of kind of changes in that sense. Same thing with this next card. It's trending, slightly upward. Only 20% in the last month, but more people taking a look at it. That's Ripple Away. I think Ripple Away is always a meta-defining card. If the meta calls for it, they want it. If you can sneak it in, if there's a reason for it. So Ripple Away getting some extra sales and kind of a bump in popularity, at least just slightly. So
that's
keeping
funny.
those.
hose all the surge creation. That's kind of funny.
And then infiltrate has always been kind of a mid five, like a middling $5-ish card, things of that nature. It's just getting up to the $8 to $10 range. I wouldn't necessarily say it's going to the moon, but infiltrate definitely being picked up and bought more than normal in the recent time.
Infiltrate's so good.
Just really good card, really good card. And then going into some we'll save pain in the backside because I think everybody's waiting for that. But I like to keep an eye on our boy Rock, not Marvel Rock, mind you, just regular Majestic Rock, still sitting there beautifully at $6 and selling. A Majestic that was literally worthless. So all the Rock enthusiasts out there, rejoice.
I keep mine in my box of Majestics people don't play, ready to go.
I actually have a box of banned Majestics where I keep all my Berserks and like Winter's Whales and things like that. My Rocks are not in there though, but I do have a box like that where it's like I can't play these cards, so I've got like 40 Berserks just sitting in there. Like, what am I going to do with these? That card's crazy though. I'm glad they banned Berserk. We'd be having problems right now. And then before we get into some should you consider buying these cards because they're extremely cheap? Pain in the Backside just got bought out. I mean, just straight up got cleaned out. Why? I don't know. But there's a couple of rainbow foils on there right now. I'm refreshing because I wasn't signed in. So there's like a $25 rainbow foil, and I think it's real. I'm going to try and add it. Nope, it is not available. It's not real. I lied. They're 35 plus. So you're looking at $35 plus for Pain in the Backside and selling. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this one. I mean, the card's amazing.
So, no,
but
I can tell you. It's for Assassin. It's just good coverage to like have more go again built into the deck so that you can go like 3 attack cards wide, and you get the bonus if they let it hit. They're just marked. And then on top of that, you could swing in with Ira, and it'll come in on the second chain link for 4 damage. And if it hits, it deals another 1 damage. So it's another way of having like a 1-card 5 built into their deck. That's very strong.
It's a very strong card. It's just, it went from like $14 to $15, and it just like, it just was clean. And it wasn't like over one day. It started, it looks like around just the end of July. People started either switching to it or buying into it, but just like sales of 1-3, like, play sets being bought, and here we are. So a lot of popularity, a lot of focus switching, maybe a lot of people wanting to play the Assassins, getting people over there. I don't know. Last 3 cards are kind of just did you know, and maybe you want to pick them up while they're low. That all you got is another kind of meta card. The meta defines how good the card is. It's trending downward. And it has trended downward for the last 3 months. It's currently at $8 and dropping. So it usually is like a $15-ish card when it's really, really in the meta, really, really hot. You don't have a play set, probably a decent time to pick it up. The same thing with Hold the Line. I know we talked about that. Hold the Line still trending down, which is kind of crazy considering that there may be more card draw. It depends on, the brutes and things of that nature. But that's $3.50 for Hold the Line. So that's another card that does find a way up to the $10, $12, $15 range when it's in the meta. And then last but not least, this one might actually be surprising. Surgical Extraction. How much do you guys think Surgical Extraction is right now?
It's a dynasty.
I remember this was
card,
like a $30, $40 card in the heyday, right? Well, it got reprinted. Remember, it had a collation problem in Dynasty. It was in the legendary slot. Surgical Extraction. We're talking quintessential assassin card, and yes, it is costly. Costs 2. It's a blue that costs 2, which is But he gave it a guess at I think he said about 10, at least 10, 15. And Thomas, what was your guess if you had to take a guess on Surgical?
It's short printed twice, even though it's not really used. I'd just say it's never going to go below 20.
It's a $6 card.
Oh.
Surgical is $6 and crashing.
Okay. Well.
And I was going to kind of ask
give me a text message when you think it's at the floor.
When we were in this.
Yeah, no kidding. That's one. If you ever want to play Assassin, you want to have that card in your binder.
It's kind of strange because we talked a little bit, and we'll explain it now. Leave no witness, $15, right? Crazy card, amazing card. This is kind of the same, but is the two costs really just not worth it for these red line decks?
Not at all.
No,
it's terrible.
You can't play this card in. They already hate CNC, and that card is insane because obviously like Codex Tunic CNC is like one of the best things you can be doing in Flesh and Blood, but it's not in a set. It's not in a set. Or sorry, for surgical extraction, it is a blue, and Slippy doesn't want blues, so that's always like a tough buy to begin with. And then with Mario, your blues better be doing something with your daggers, like typically.
Yeah, and like think about what you might want to codex into. Are you going to codex a Command and Conquer or a surgical extraction that might just get de-reacted anyway? Like, you're okay with leave no witnesses because it costs you 0, but if you're ever like having to pitch a blue to codex and then Tunic play surgical extraction gets de-reacted, you just lose the game. It's just so low tempo compared to Command and Conquer or leave no witnesses.
Now in new, when they go Beckoning Mistblade, surgical extraction for 5. Now
and then play Command and Conquer afterwards because of the two cost.
Yeah, this is a casual 3-card 12 or 4-card 12 on hit in either direction, taking much money.
But yeah, so if you guys want good time to start really looking into surgical. It definitely is kind of at an all-time low. I mean, there's some people picking it up. They're as low as like $4 that you might be able to snag some of these at. So just keep your eyes peeled between that. All you got, hold the line, and surgical. I think those are some pretty fantastic cards. And then obviously just anything right now that's low. I always say Betsy cards are really low. Pick them up if you ever want to play Betsy. Ice cards are still relatively low. Coronet Peak, I think, is only like $17. There's some low things out there that you could be picking up that are off brand right now, off meta. Lightning cards. We already heard what's her Aurora. She's coming back at some point, so pretty good time to pick up some of these. But that's what I got, and we can kick it into what's driving the current meta in terms of new cards.
Okay, now that we've seen the full Mastery Pack Guardian list, do we feel better about it like at all?
So much better.
That's good.
Yes. Like, they really buried the lead with this spoiler season, and I don't understand why. Because there's like 3 copies of 3 cards that are like Windmill Slam in every Volta deck from here until eternity that do so much for the deck. And then they like are other options that are like interesting to play with and test out and see if they're good. But yeah, I feel much better about Volta now. Like a lot better.
Remind me, was Tectonic Instability spoiled when we recorded? I don't think it was.
No, it was not, and that's one of the cards that I'm talking about. When I read this card, I was like, this is the card that when I saw it, I was like, okay, this is the card that lets me be very happy with Volta. Because what was I looking for? Upgrades in the blues, right? That was a big one. And then a few good reds. But mostly upgrades in the blue. Tectonic Instability is a blue block 3, 0 cost, non-attack action. Each hero puts a card from their arsenal on the bottom of their deck. If they do, draw a card. They draw a card. Create seismic surge tokens equal to the number of cards drawn this way. Go again. Checks so many boxes for me.
Card's wild.
Yes. So do we remember Dissolve Reality?
This isn't as good as Dissolve Reality, but it is very close.
No. It's Dissolve Reality at home, but in the blue slot, and it blocks 3.
Yeah.
And yeah. Because like, what's my number one complaint that I've been having with, or one of my high complaints with Guardian is
bad blues that you have to bring in.
Yes, bad blues. That's one of them. So this fixes that problem. And the other thing, de-react from Arsenal, right? You go to play your Spinal Crush, somebody blocks with a 2 or 3 block, flips the de-react out of Arsenal. Yeah, now you don't have one.
They take a couple points of damage and then they just move on. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So this gets rid of like that scenario where it's like, I need this crush effect to hit. Let me instability. Or it's like, you just want to keep the like seismic surge train rolling because you just have extra cards this turn for some reason. Let me instability. Right?
This also creates
that
2
makes this
seismic
card
surge
better
tokens if you're on Arsenal.
Yes. Noticeably, this makes 3 in total because of Volda hero text
Oh,
box as
yeah,
well.
you're right. Yeah.
So, yeah, so you're trading a blue now for a blue later and clear out their arsenal. So, I am super, super, super high on this card. Do you play it out every single time you see it? No. Is it going to give you like 5 percentage points in certain matchups? Yes. And that's awesome. That's all I wanted.
I mean, the floor is so high on this card.
Yeah, it's a blue block 3. You just
See,
have tempo. You just play it out. Move
Noah,
on.
these are good blue block 3s. This is a good blue block 3. See an example.
Whoa,
Tectonic
whoa.
instability. This is not a blue do nothing.
Listen.
This is a blue do lots of things.
Yeah.
Listen,
It also clears.
There's
It also
plenty-
clears your arsenal if you've like gotten stuck with something crappy that you can't get out of
Yes.
it.
The other thing that we have tested and seen is you go Seismic Surge, Anothos, Heave 2, right? The old ones line that we talked about really early that we loved, right? You draw your hand up. You get a put them in their place in your hand, right? You want to use the put them in your place on that now, right?
Yeah.
that's the
Someplace
better
dominate. Yep, way better.
Yep. Or like Spinal Crush, right? You draw Spinal Crush and you're like, it's time to Spinal Crush, right?
Mm-hmm.
The issue is you always had to follow that turn up with an old ones from Arsenal, not dominated. That sucked, right? Because you had to clear that thing out of your arsenal at some point. So now this just clears it out. And it's like, cool, I'm happy.
Dude, it's 2-card 10 dominate with it, like, okay, 3-card kind of. 3-card, get all your seismic surges back. Clear your opponent's arsenal. Come in for 10 dominate and mill 3 to 4 cards from their deck.
Yeah, love the card.
This makes me
Good card.
makes me angry. Just thinking about it happening to me is already making me mad.
I'm fine with it. Guardians suck for forever.
Yeah,
They need
it's fine.
something.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yep. The other card that they absolutely buried the lead, and this is a majestic power level card, but they printed it at rare and it comes in a rainbow cycle. What card do you think it is?
Macho Grunt. No, that's rare.
Macho Grande is still a common. Oh, it's a rare in this. That's crazy.
It's a rare in this, which is probably by design. Little Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Little
Hasn't
Bigfoot's
Macho
the one you're
Grande
talking
always
about.
been?
No, the one that I'm talking about is Aftershock.
Oh, okay, Aftershock.
Yeah. So this is a 4 cost, 8 power, 3 block and red. Now, what is my least favorite stat line in Guardians? These 4 for 8s, because previously you had to use your tunic on them. Their like resource curve to me was always miserable. Like it was not where I wanted to be previously. But now this one has text, and it's good text too. It says when this attacks, if you've controlled a seismic surge token this turn, create a seismic surge token. And so now this synergizes with your other 4 for 8s if you want to run those. Or if you had a surge floating already, you could just like, say you had like 2 surges floating, right? Which is very realistic in this deck now. Or you had 3, right? Like you had the Volda thing happen. You just activate Tectonic Plating and you play Aftershock, and you just automatically already have 2 surges for the next turn.
I don't know if you play Promising Terrain, but Promising Terrain
You do.
says that this makes 2 surges instead. So that now you're
Yes.
synergizing with your 5 costs as well.
Yes. Well, Promising Terrain Surge Aftershock is 4 seismic surge tokens.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Like, Promising Terrain went from a card that I wasn't like super excited for to I am really glad I held on to my promo.
I know this is pretty common in
Yes.
Guardian, but it's also a blue 6.
Yes. It also comes in blue, which is like insanity that like your bad turn now as a Guardian where it's like you're playing versus Fi or Mario or Slippy or something and you like block down with 2 cards. You drew like the 4 blue hand. You can still throw this and now you have a surge floating into your next turn. So say you have like your ley lines out or whatever, like this keeps ley line up. Right? By itself. Like the card doesn't even have to hit to keep your ley line out. This is awesome.
now I want to talk about the silliness that you can kind of do with Victor with all these new cards. So we've gone for our blue do something. We're gonna go back to one of our blue do nothings. We're gonna go back to daily grind, which I'm pretty sure we did talk about briefly last week. But daily grind is the one is the R that you put out that says attack action cards you control get when this defends clash with the attacking hero, the winner destroys the top card of their deck. Now imagine you are a victor, so you've got pretty control of your clashes. You can keep yourself from losing them by sacking a gold. So you put out daily grind, and then your opponent swings into you, and you block with 4. It's not the test. It's the Clash of Might. You block with 4 Clash of Mights. You're running the blues and reds. You block with 4 Clash of Mights, and you reveal a Wallop off the top of your deck. Wallop says if you reveal this off the top when you clash, you make a Might token. So daily grind is going to proc. Daily grind is going to make your Clash of Might proc 2 clashes per block. Now. And it's going to reveal Wallop 8 times. And then you're going to also make 4 more mites from winning all of the Clash of Mights. So you're going to make 12 might tokens. And then if you just like, if like you had any like vigors floating or anything, you can then swing hammer for free. For free.
12 might tokens?
It's gonna
keep
revealing the Wallop?
Yes, it'll keep revealing the Wallop over and over. I guess you gotta keep 1 card. So let's say you only block with 3. Or no, I guess you could just like Lyeth. This is a Lyeth card, right? Like you could do this with Lyeth. Lyeth gets all the advantage from might tokens. But yeah, you block with 3.
When the clash resolves, it doesn't go into the bottom.
No. It only goes somewhere if it gets destroyed. Trounce and test of strength makes it go away because you make a gold and draw a card.
Yep.
But all the other clash
cards.
How are
we making 12?
Okay.
How are we making 12 might tokens?
It's actually going to be 9 because you're going to block with 3 Clash of Mights, right? Sorry, no, 6. Sorry, 6. It's double.
Goes.
You win a clash. So you make a might. You daily grind. Oh no, it is. It is not okay. You win a clash of might, right? Make 1. You reveal the Wallop and make 1. Then you reveal the Wallop again and make 1 off of 1 Clash of Might.
Wallop would be
because
Wallop would be vigors, right? Are you wanting?
Thunk. Wallop's vigors.
Thunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
I thought you were trying to do the cute line of like make a bunch of might tokens.
No, it is really funny. You can just like play Pulverize for free too, like just really silly stuff that you can do.
Yeah. Okay. So 9 Thunk Victor is back.
Well, yes, you block with 3 Clash of Mights with a Thunk on top of your deck and daily grind out, and you make 9 mites, and then swing Miller's Grindstone for 13, and then when it hits, you reveal Thunk again and make another mite.
So we're back on 9 Thunk Victor, is what I'm hearing.
Dude, I think you should actually do 9 Thunk, 9 Wallop. I really think, if you want to play like a fun meme Victor, you have to like go all in. Like you run like just the bare amount of cards that make you lose your clashes. So you like run daily grind, test strength.
Perfect.
Peck Perfect.
Do we even play test strength?
No, Peck Perfect's great. It's a 9.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we play Peck Perfect. We're playing daily grind. We're playing test of strength. And do we play Trounce? I don't think we play Trounce.
I think you.
No,
I think you still. I still think you play Trounce. I think you don't play Visit the Goldmane Estate. Like your clashes have to win.
No, you can't. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, that's so funny.
It could be on matchups where you run Visit. You take Trounce out. You like swap them.
Yeah.
Or I guess if like
you're aggro versus non-aggro.
Yeah, it maybe you
reveal a Golden Sun.
Maybe you keep like daily grind in.
18 cards are trappy.
Dude,
okay.
Revealing Golden Sun's also really cracked too. Like.
Yeah, just draw a card. It's fine.
I think that mechanic
I like it.
could be really fun, and I actually think a good deck builder could probably make it really potent too.
Yeah, probably.
Throwing Peck Perfect is also. There. This card is mean.
I will take back my slander against Peck Perfect but I still don't think it is great, but it is better than I thought.
You can't be losing and throw this card. It's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
But if you're
I think
winning
it is a wonderful 2-of.
or even, and you throw this card at your opponent, like, ooh, it's coming in for 9.
What I'm hearing is you guys still don't like Leave a Dent or Visit Anvilheim, but you really like Tectonic Instability.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the other blues. You gotta show me some
I think
love,
Daily
too.
Grind is
I've been reading
funny.
some of these
I don't
cards.
necessarily think it's good. I think it's really, really funny. I also think Seismic Shelter is probably okay if we're talking about weird blue do-nothings, but...
Wow. I just read that card. You know I'm on that card already. Seismic Shelter seems pretty good. There's going to be some fatigue stuff with this.
The problem is, if you play Seismic Shelter and you swing into your opponent, you just told them, like, just block. This does get changed if your opponent's Valda and she's swinging in for Dominate, because you can't just block. So
I think there will be metas for Seismic Shelter because the thing that Valda is going to have issues with is finding room for defensive cards, because all the Surge stuff is very proactive besides Crash and Bash. And I'm making sure I said the block card's name right. It is Crash and Bash. Crash and Bash. Yep. Okay, cool. So you are going to run into situations where, like, doing something proactive defensively, or like having a defensive game plan, is going to be hard. So there is going to be a world where, like, if Azalea came back and Guardians are like, that's your like top 2, if we're in like a really tall meta, then that is a card that could show up.
I feel like Valda is kind of hitting almost the archetype that Azalea was doing. The like chaining the Dominate every turn. It's like exactly what she was doing.
Yeah. So yeah, her play style now is use your blues and some of your reds to like set up the next turn, hit them with powerful red, and like take your lunch money, rinse, repeat.
Tectonic Instability even kind of plays the same role as like Release the Tension did in Azalea, right?
Yep.
Keeps you from covering a dominated attack with a D-react from Arsenal. They just have different trade-offs. One gives you 3 damage,
instead
the other
of
one
plus 3 power, 3 resources. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of them's a blue block 3, the other one's a red block 2.
Yeah. Guardian privilege, what can I say?
That's a phrase I've never heard. Maybe the people used to say that during Starvo days.
Oh, dude, whenever it went from like Starvo into Oldhim as like 2 of your best decks, people complained so much about Guardian privilege. And I'm in like a couple boomer servers, and people still complain about Guardian privilege with these new cards. They're like having like a vitriolic, like upset reaction to Peck Perfect. And the Guardian privilege is added again. I'm like, calm down. It's fine.
Some other interesting notable cards. I don't know if this will get played because the ability to just make a surge every turn with an extra resource is so strong, but the common chess piece Richter scale, funny name, destroy this, create 2 seismic surge tokens, battle worn 1. That just seems really good.
Dude, Guardian Commoner is about to be a menace.
Yeah, and yeah, this is good stuff. So I've been reading some of these cards like the first time, and this is gonna be a fun set. This is gonna be a fun. Is there gonna be crack? This is Mastery Pack Guardian, so there's not gonna be much limited to it.
Yeah.
This is crack shuffle play.
Unfortunately, talking to people who played at Gen Con, the crack shuffle play gets a little monotonous after your 3rd or 4th game.
It's Guardian Mirror.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I don't think this is going to end up being a great limited product, but Crack Shuffle Play is oriented at new players. So they now have a product that they can open. They don't have to worry about like building a deck with limited. It's just open your 3 packs, pull the equipment out, play a game.
I also think,
and that's what it's designed for.
Yeah, it teaches really good fundamentals. Guardian mirrors are really good fundamental fab. I also think this is engineered to be played with the new Smash Palace product that's coming out too. So I think there's some mechanics in that like 4-player set or up to 6-player set, I think.
Yeah.
That like
Yes.
adds spice to it, because we've seen some of the arena cards that are coming out, like some of the weird equipment and weird event cards that show up in that set.
Yeah. So we know these are designed with UPF in mind because, like, going back to card of the podcast, tectonic instability, everything is typed the word they, and we were like having a mental breakdown looking at the card, just being like, is this they singular or they plural? Because they singular would be your opponent, right? Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, they have UPF in mind for that kind of thing.
Okay, another card I wanted to mention is like the entire Crab People series, specifically Crab Boots, since a lot sometimes like people don't have useful boots. There's a new set of generic equipment in Mastery Pack Guardian called Sunkwater is the series, and all of them are Blade Break zeros. When this defends, put a face-up card from your arsenal on the bottom of your deck. If you do, draw a card, and this gets +1 until the end of turn.
I'm so mad at these.
Why is that?
Why can't they're rares? Why can't they block one base?
Okay, that would be really strong, and I think it would be a guaranteed card in Riptide if it blocked one base.
Yeah, then you have like a constructed boot, and that's fine.
Oh man, bottoming a card and drawing, bottoming a face-up card and drawing a card in Riptide would be so good against like aggro matchups. Like you're just sitting on that like yellow Bolton shot that you put face up that's just never paying off because your opponent's making you block all the time. You just finally say, okay, cover 2, and then get another card to block with in my hand. Let's go. That just seems so strong. Covering 1.
Yeah, it's like Crown of Providence at home.
You know what? I would have, if it was just covered 1 and had the other effect and did nothing else after you did the other effect, I would like it. Like just bottom a face-up arsenal card, draw a card, and it didn't give the defense, and you just had a base block of 1. Yes. I think I'd be there. Though I still want to test this card in Riptide.
I do like the Sunkwater stuff, and I didn't really realize that. I was thinking of Guardians. I was like, well, I think they're hoping they're heaving a lot, but no, I mean they're generic. So anybody that flips a card up or can put cards face up in Arsenal can take advantage of this. So Rangers
can play I Have Ophidia now without worrying about
it. Yeah. Yes. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You can Heat Seeker into your
yeah, it's just Heat Seeker. Azalea used to always have that fear, right? Like she just activate Azalea, flip High of Ophidia, and lose a turn. Now,
yeah, but now you can do it in Riptide.
Would Azalea have ran these? Maybe she would have ran the gloves.
Oh
no,
Bullseye.
No, Bullseye bracers or something.
Like, if you're not, there's just no way. Bullseye's
this can
crazy.
Only be a defensive tool in Riptide. That's the only thing that makes sense. The ability to turn your face-up Arsenal card that you did on like turn 0 to become a defensive block card, or to like dodge Arsenal hate.
Marlin.
When does Marlin get face-up cards? When she does the draw
Heat
thing.
Seeker as well, and she does gold.
Yeah, draws, puts them face up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so how often do you end your turn with that?
I don't know, but she can just run Heat Seeker I Have Ophidia now, and that's cool.
She can run New Horizon. I've seen some people try to make New Horizon work, so I guess that, yeah, Marlin could run it. But yeah, it's a Ranger. It's interesting they made it generic, because I really can't think of many other people who will get face-up cards in their arsenal very easily.
Very nice, though, that they fleshed out these cards in here. It's the Rainbow Disables, Crush, Debilitate, Crush Confidence, Choke Slam, Cartilage, like fleshed out all the very premier, like Welcome to Wraith Guardian cards, and kind of brought them back because, you know, nobody can find WTR. So I was just going through that. Buckling Blow, I like that, to be able to introduce people to, you know, Macho Grande to get the cards. The Little Bigfoot series, though, those cards seem actually crazy.
Oh, it's a Lyeth card.
Lyeth card. That's a Lyeth card. Little Bigfoot. We should probably read it for people. At red, cost 4. It has 3 power and it blocks 3. So naturally the card is bad. If there are 2 or more cards with cost 3 or more in your pitch zone, this gets +6. +6. So it's a 3 card, or it's a 4 for 9. If like you pummel this as an example, because it has the static text. So like you had a vigor floating for some reason and you just play Little Bigfoot and you dump a whole nother card into pummeling it, it will jump up to 9.
Or in Lyeth's case, it'll jump up to 8. Because it loses 1 point.
You gotta cut it.
But yeah, which is the nice thing. It's only losing 1 point since it's a base of 3. And then it gets pumped up from there. And then even in blue, it's coming in for 6 in a blue for Lyeth, which is like almost impossible. It's just Rouse the Ancients. That's the only other way to do that. And like, good luck getting Rouse the Ancients online in Lyeth. So
I don't know. I like it. I mean, if
too.
Lyeth's going to have an extra card, like pummeling this is really, really fine.
Yeah, he's actually on right.
Yeah. And then you had a whole extra card to do whatever you want with. It's great.
There are a smattering of other weird cards. Like we have the whole Clash of Body Parts series that I don't really need to get into too far because they're kind of yucky.
They're yellow 4
They're
blocks.
yellows.
That's it.
They're yellow 4 blocks, so that's actually crazy.
Is it?
Yellows in 4 block?
If Aurora was around, Guardian would have been real.
When this defends a Guardian... Oh, when this defends a Guardian attack.
Yes.
Yeah, so the text on them sucks. You never resolve the text. But versus Aurora, you now have 15 more just like pure 4 blocks to run into an Aurora.
Jesus.
So like good luck getting CLV to hit.
The arts on these are hilarious, by the way. Like at least Clash of Chess and Clash of Legs. Clash of Chess looks like a man like getting to give a really big hug to a monster. Like they look like they're about to have the most intense hugging session ever. And then
Clash of Legs is just a shin kicking competition.
Yeah, they're just it's so funny. Like they're all
everybody's just kicking each other in the legs, dude.
Yeah, I explained it. It's like a bunch of 5-year-olds playing soccer and they just lost the ball all of a sudden. They just can't find it and they're just kicking each other instead.
Dude, Clash of Shields is great too because you look at it and there's 2 different dudes in the artwork here that have a sword and they're just sheathed so they can shield bash people. It's great. This is so good.
Yeah. The series is silly.
Yeah. Shout out Annexation of All Things Known. I'm not going to read the card because it doesn't matter. For being an S tier name and S tier art, and then just like not being a card that I'll ever see play. But it's really cool art and it's a really cool name.
If you ever see it see play and it does its thing though, like it's going to be funny. So cool.
I'll put, what's a reasonable bounty I could put on that? I could put like a $50 bounty on that. If that happens on camera.
Would you side it into a Guardian Mirror?
Okay, we're going to talk about this card without explaining what it does. It steals face-up cards from your opponent if they're a Guardian, and if you get the Crush effect. And it's a 5-cost 8. It's so bad, but man, if you ever hit with this, and just like your opponent just can't get rid of the card out of his arsenal. It's stuck there, and then you get to play it next turn.
Meaning they lose the heat. So like if somebody heaved that pulverized, they can't get it out. Those seismics just go away. They can't play it. Now that's an expensive card in that arsenal.
To be fair, Heave isn't too bad without its counters if you just kind of get to play it for free out of your opponent's arsenal.
Right.
It's still expensive, but it's not too bad. You might have your own seismic surges as well.
So, yeah. Anyways, so card's funny, but love the art, love the name. Annexation of All Things Known is a sick name. That is a great name.
Annexation on the Forge is really fun because if they're wearing a Crown of Dominion, you get to equip it and make a gold. And then they could hit you back and steal it back, and then they get to equip it and make another gold. You guys could just like trade it back and forth to make gold. Because Crown Dominion says when you equip this.
That's right.
Yep. So, I think we're done. I think we have reached the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Whoa. Nobody actually talked about Leyline of the old ones. This card's wild.
That's
I think we
fair.
talked
I
about
mean,
it last week, right?
we kept mentioning
No,
it.
it wasn't out. It wasn't out last
Okay,
week.
just in case
No
we
way it was
haven't.
out
Okay,
last
if
week.
Leyline was not out,
Yeah.
we need to talk about
This
that
is
card,
the
'cause that card is
legendary.
crazy.
Yeah, this is the legendary Aura Guardian instant. It's a blue 0. Surprisingly, doesn't block. I thought Guardian auras were supposed to block. This one probably doesn't because it's really good. When this enters the arena and whenever you deal damage, create a seismic surge token. At the beginning of your end phase, if you control no seismic surge tokens, destroy this. So this just gives all of your attacks an extra point of value, makes all of those 4-cost attacks come in and like for 2 cards very consistently, even if you don't activate tectonic plating. And it's also a 0-cost aura, meaning you have 3 opposing visage in your deck. There's 4 chances for you to get it on your first turn.
Noticeably, also, this is not a once per turn effect. So, like Rouse into Hammer for 6, right? If you let both of them hit, makes 2 seismic surge tokens.
Man, just gives every attack like just extra gas.
Yep.
It makes getting the Testament of Valhalla online too. I mean, you'd have to kind of
The shield? No, this makes the
yeah.
shield trivial.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, getting to 6. I mean, Testament of Valhalla already is pretty crazy considering even if you block with it initially at the lower cost, it goes to 3, goes back down to when it goes to 0, but then you could block with it again at the 4 power and it goes up to 4 at least. So you're 1. How much block can you get out of that shield?
Okay,
If you
okay.
block
If
with
you
the
block it
lower
3
value
separate
first,
times,
and then
you
you
can-
block with the
Yeah, you could block with it 1, it'll go to 0. And then you could block with it
right.
block with it at 2, it'll go to -2 after that. And then you could block with it 2 again because you bumped it up to 4.
But after you,
It's always 5.
oh, that's right, it
It's
goes to
always
0.
5.
So then it goes to 2, then it goes to okay.
It's always
But at the
your
highest it
ceiling
can
is
get
always
is 5.
Yeah.
It's always 5.
5
So
at
1,
one time?
2, and 2. 5 at one time, or 1, 2, and 2 over the course of ramping
the
it
worst,
up.
Yeah, the worst
Yes.
way to do it would be to do the 3 first, because
Right.
then it would go
'Cause
to
then you lose the 1.
-2. Yeah, it's still always 5.
No, it's still always 5. But I mean, it's a piece
Yeah,
of
that's
equipment that blocks 5 fairly consistently
Yes.
across the course of an 8 to 9 turn game.
Yeah.
This shield is very strong.
That's, I
Yes.
mean, the shield feels great. And then another thing I just want to shout out, I think Crater Hoof's actually a really, really, really cool card for closing games out, and the fact that it's battle worn. Action 3, destroy this. It's boots. Action 3, destroy this. Next Guardian attack card you play from Arsenal this turn gets dominate. Go again. Battle worn, blocks for 1. Come on, that's commoner equipment.
It's Bravo's
That's,
hero
for commoner,
power.
that's crazy.
On
Dude,
boots.
Commoner Guardian is like terrifyingly good now. Has to be.
Good
Their
boots.
equipment set is so insane.
So we're all playing Guardians when Super Slam comes out.
I mean, in Commoner, I might
I don't know.
play
Hot Wizard Summer. Yep.
like
Hot
Terra.
Wizard Summer will finally be done.
Terra just got better, right?
A lot better. Yeah.
Dude, Guardian's gonna be terrifying to play in limited aspect because of all these block cards. By the way, it just like this is gonna be crazy. That's a lot of 4 blocks to put in a limited format.
If we're playing normal Blitz,
The
I'm still
fatigue.
playing Data Doll. I mean, I'm not afraid of this equipment.
God, dude, this could be a lot.
Just gonna draw
of
9
fatigue stuff
cards in one turn and kill you.
Yeah, I mean you could do that.
I think the proactive package coming out of here is a little stronger than the fatigue package. But the fatigue cards are just like, you read them and you're like, oh no, that's a fatigue deck card. You know?
And then Majestics, I don't think these were out either. Was Captain Garden Call for Backup out last week? 'Cause
Okay.
they seem new.
They are new. We don't need to
Ooh.
talk about Captain of the Guard, I think. This card's bad, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we did the math on it. It eventually just gets to be mid.
Call for backup though is kind of cool. Like, okay, this says get pop someone's phantasm and then get another popper and put it on top of your deck so you can pop again next turn guaranteed. But also in Victor it
fun part
says
about this-
choose either Wallop or Thunk and put one of them on top for all your clash cards that you're about to trigger.
For Brute, it guarantees like Beast Within because like your draw for Brute is really good.
So you choose Beast Within or
That's-
Sea Legs. Either give you a rum
Exactly.
or they give
So,
you a
like,
card.
So you get that. This being the second, this can pick itself. So if you have a call for backup in the grave already, as like, I don't know, hypothetically gravy, and you go call for backup or conquer the high seas, your prism opponent just scoops on the spot.
Okay.
What other? Yeah.
Okay, that is really good.
That's see.
Oh god,
wanna
because
bring this card up,
you
'cause
just
I
got
was
so
reading
much
it. This-
gold. You're like, Prism either has to give you call for backup so you can loop it over and over again, or let you break gold, draw conquer the high seas, and swing with it.
Yeah, once you get two, you could just loop it. You could just keep blocking with it.
You have to
picking
choose
both,
two
they
different
pick
names.
The call.
You have to choose two different names.
Oh, they banishes that card. Okay. Well, no, yeah, but I'm saying, but they banish it, so they're gonna banish the conquer,
yeah,
meaning
pick-
you'd have to pick a different.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can only do it three
but
times.
you get
so
to
that-
loop poppers. Like you just turned your
Yeah.
4 popper deck or 6 popper deck into a 9 popper deck.
Yeah.
And that's giga tilting. And so it's like, do you actually pick the conqueror so they can't loop?
Right.
Exactly. You gotta rip the band-aid off, right? Like it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Like
It's so funny.
pucker up, Buttercup.
It's so good.
Call for backup seems like a generic card that will have a great time in its sun. This card reads very
Yes.
well.
If you have like 2 attack action cards, so like we were talking about this even for Cilio, right? Like in some of the like longer grindy matchups, block with this, get Gone in a Flash or Blast to Oblivion back. Like if your deck has like 2 power attack actions, this is really good because it's just another copy of one of them.
I've already been thinking about this in other decks too, just because it's like this could be the best anti-phantasm card that they've ever printed.
Yes. You pick Cadaverous Tilling or Felling of the Crown when you're not online yet, and you get the Earth card in the yard for free.
And one of them goes into the banish.
Or in the
And one of them goes,
You get a decompose for free.
See? Here,
It's
this
free.
is why it's free
It's a
real
block
estate.
too. It's a block
So-
too. We got to talk about that part. But
Well, if it blocked 3, it would be criminal. It would be
Yes.
criminal level larceny if this card blocked 3. Now, you guys don't like Captain of the Guard. Does it need to be blocking something higher than its own attack? Like, what?
The only
use
way
case
for this
it to be really good is so niche.
The only way this could ever be
reads
good.
so weird.
You have to have like Channel Mount Heroic out, and then this card could be really strong. But
Or like you block with this card and you're a guardian versus a ninja, but then the issue is like their stuff only comes in for 3 or 4 anyways. So you need to block like 2 more chain links where they're throwing like a little weenie attack at you, and you want to block with one of your big attacks.
and it has to be ninja, since they care about the
Yes.
chain. Because if someone blocks with this on Chain Link
And-
1, they just go close chain.
Yeah. And they have to be coming in for more than 3 because your big attacks usually block for 3 anyways. So like you block
Okay. So you're telling me if this sticks on the link, it's got its continuous effect because it's still considered defending even on a previous link?
Yes,
Huh.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but like you block with this on Chainlink 1, right? Chainlink 2, they throw a Ronin Renegade at you. You block with Crush the Weak. Your Crush the Weak is bigger. It now blocks for 4. Chainlink 3, they block with a Blaze Headlong. You block with Blue Boulder Drop. If you 5 it is bigger than 4, you are now blocking.
You block
for
it
4.
out.
Yes. So the issue is it's really, really good at covering up breakpoints.
Hey,
But-
it's another blue generic that we might be picking up quite a few of. This is.
I mean, the problem.
Has its time in the sun.
Here's the problem
No,
with
this
it.
is your blue do nothing territory.
Yes, this is blue generic.
This card sucks versus Katsu because like this card doesn't cover Chain Link 1. So you're just getting blasted anyway.
No, it does, because while this is defending cards with defense greater than the attack they're defending, it counts itself. It is a 3 block.
It's a 3 block.
Not Surging Strike Red.
While this is No, but you put something else with it,
You
like
put
the
another 3
Gauntlets of
block
Iron
with
Will.
it. You block it plus crush the weakness.
Yeah,
coverage.
okay, there you go.
And then you just ancestral
It's actually
it,
covering
or
7. No, it's covering 7.
or throw their sword
Scar
at
wraps,
you.
yeah, scar
Like,
wraps.
no, this card sucks.
Yeah, they got a Scar Wraps plus ancestral.
It's covering 7 though. Crush is already a 3, right? And this is a 3, so
Dude,
won't it go to
what-
4 from the Crush
and
and
then
3
it-
from the Captains, right?
The fun thing is
No,
even
no. Captains wouldn't get its thing.
like, let's say that you
What do you
like
mean
want to block tall with
Captains?
this. Let's say you want to block tall with this, right?
Oh, 'cause it's 5.
So you're like,
it's fine,
okay,
it's fine.
I'm willing to block this crappy card for 2, and then block with 2 other like big attacks, so that they'll block for 4 each, and then your opponent pummels, and you lose 2 defense.
Oh, yeah,
you lose a
that's what you
defense
do.
off each of your other cards because like the pummel puts the attack way over.
You block a 7, like you block this plus
Like with an 8 and an 8.
disable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
So you cover it and then some, and they still pummel it, and then you lose all your buffs.
Yeah,
okay,
you know
that's funny.
you've
But you lose the buffs on that chain link.
dude, it's Guardian.
Yeah, no, this is
that's
Blue-
the only chain link. They pummeled you. You lost the game. You're dead.
Noah, this is your card.
I'm good.
Okay.
I like this
It's gonna
card.
have
This
3
is,
pages of
This
them.
is in Noah's dream box. Okay, you can put it in Noah's dream box of
This
cards
is-
that
this
he
is
hopes
sitting
one day
with-
do something.
With Redback and Vipox, this is coming over. This is coming over to the will
I
do
can't
nothing
believe
territory.
Redback is played right now. It's
Red-
and it's
Redback
good.
sh-
It's
Redback
fine.
Shroud. It needs to go up because this sure hasn't.
Yep. Spike
Well,
with Blood
will,
Rot's a
though.
good card.
There's an assassin out there that will need that one day.
All right.
One day.
All right, well, I need to get out of here.
Wrap it up.
Well, that's all the time we have. So if nobody has anything else, we're going to move over. Justin, where can we find you at?
J_EVS5 on Twitter and Jebzo5 everywhere else.
Thomas?
Wet the System Fab on Twitter. Wet the System on Discord.
And Big Max at Big Max Fab on Twitter, at Big Max on Blue Sky, and I'm taking over commenting on all the stuff as well as opening packs every day. And let me know if you want to see something special opened. Also, I'll figure out if I have a KO Armory deck. We'll figure out how to raffle that off or something. I don't know. I'm sure there's somebody out there that wants a KO Armory deck that doesn't want to pay $100 for it because it's crazy. But if we have nothing else, thank you all for joining us as I pull it up because I don't have it memorized. We hope you enjoyed catching up with us this week. And if you did, subscribe or follow, depending on where you found us, to catch us again next time. Until then, take care of yourselves. And remember, we are all siblings in cardboard. And because we talked about Pummel, I got to bring it back up. But seriously, there's a lot of new cards coming out, a lot of new triggers, a lot of new different antics and different ways that the cards are going to interact with each other. So you really have to read the card. You can't just, like we were talking about before the pod, make up what, we even talked about it. You can't make it up like Surf and Shaky. You can't Yu-Gi-Oh. Read your cards. Read your cards and do what they say, okay? Take care.